Hey everyone, good morning and thank you for visiting my channel again. I am Melon, the CEO and the founder of the Melrich Studio. One of my first videos was our journey and how we founded our company, the Melrich Studio. Me and my husband founded our company way back in 2009, but we only registered it and focused on it full-time in 2014. So when I shared the video, I had a few questions like, how did I quit my job? How did I start a business in Dubai? What particular challenges did I face? And what advice can I give to those who are planning to start their own businesses? So in this video, I'll be sharing my story from when I started, the challenges I faced, and how I got to where I am now. So let me take you back in 2004 when I first arrived in Dubai. Ooh, that is like 15 years back. It was a hot June morning when I arrived in Dubai, and it was my first time to go abroad. So it was a rainy day in the Philippines, so I was wearing jackets and was keeping myself warm. It's my first time to ride an airplane as well, so I was wearing a lot of warm clothes. But when I arrived, it was so humid, it's so hot that I almost got a fever. But surprisingly, my first impression of Dubai was it was so clean, because people said like, what? Where you're going to Dubai? It's the desert. It's so hot, it's dry. But when I arrived, I saw flowers, I saw beautiful landscape. It was not like a desert at all. So my first job here in Dubai, I worked as a visual merchandiser in a growing furniture brand. I worked there for a couple of years and I had night shifts. I fixed the displays. My work involved decorating the store and making sure that our setups and setting are up to brand. After a couple of years, I was able to secure a job in a cosmetic company where I worked as a visual merchandiser too. So my second work in Dubai involved more of planning, more of creating visual guidelines, and less of hands-on. So I got insights in merchandise planning, in marketing and sales, and how this affects how you display your products in the store. All my guidelines was based on sales feedback and how a product performs. So it was something new and had a lot of good training in business. So while I was working in this company, that's when I had the idea of starting my own business. However, if you watch my previous video, we have faced one of our biggest challenges in life, and we owed the bank $500,000 dirhams, which we paid only after 5 years. Even if I had like the drive and the ideas of setting up my own business, I did not dare quit my job, because that's where I get my salary and that's where I get my benefits. After almost 4 years in that company, I was offered a job as an area visual merchandiser of an American furniture brand. The salaries and benefits were not far apart, but I took the leap because I had the opportunity to lead the team and to open new stores and to head the visual department in UAE. After a couple of years in that company, my salary increased, and then we were able to pay up the $500,000 loan we owed the bank. So then I had a dilemma of, should I quit my high-paying job where I have job security, I have family insurance, paid annual leave of 30 days, and I have the opportunity to grow and travel to different countries. So what are the advantages of starting your own business? Well, they say that if you start your own business, you will own your time. You can do whatever you want. Well, that's not really the case when you're starting a business. During the first 3 to 4 years after I quit my job and wanted to scale our business, I had no days off, no sick leaves, no more annual leave, and I had sleepless nights making sure that what we're doing in the business is right. Studying, planning, marketing, and customer service, and answering emails. However, it is very true that starting your own business can be rewarding. Your income is not limited and your hard work pays off. I sometimes felt that I want to give up and it's really stressful, but a lot of people have encouraged me and said like, you have done good to your community because you have provided job opportunities to other people. So this has encouraged me, and I have family that continues to pray for me, and my husband is very supportive and my family is very supportive. So yes, if I don't have that great support that I get from my family and friends, I would have caved in to the pressure and the stress. And of course, if you own your own business, you make your own rules. So those are the advantages of having your own business. However, if you're planning to quit the job, there are benefits that you will be losing. like insurance, which is one of my big expenses right now, because as a business owner, I have to pay for my own insurance, and I did not realize that it is a lot of money if you want to have a good health insurance here in Dubai. Some companies here, they provide good family benefits like educational, health benefits, and allowances. So you also lose your stress-free annual leave, 30-day leave of no work, just pure vacation. Although, of course, some companies do call some employees on annual leave, and I hope no one gets to work during their annual leave while spending time with their families. I used to enjoy annual leaves because I can go to different countries, I can go back home, and what I enjoyed about being employed in the company is I can go spend time with my family in the Philippines during the holidays, during Christmas break, which I cannot do right now because most of the business happen during this season, and I cannot be absent during this season because we have to work double time during this time of the year. And when running a business, and if you don't have the right financial planning, and if you don't have a good financial advisor, you have a great chance of getting broke or bankrupt. Although there is some instability in working for a company also, but there is greater instability if you don't put 200% effort in running your business. So yeah, in the company, sometimes you feel like you don't feel like working. I know there are days that you feel like you're not giving 100% best, but you still get the same salary every month. Whereas in the business, if you don't give your 100% best, then it will come back to you. There will be months that you will not have customers. There are months when you will not have sales. Unless you have a good financial advisor, or if you don't have a good financial sense, running a business won't be a good option for you. So yes, it is true that when you're running your own business, your income is unlimited. You could double, triple, or quadruple your current salary as a result of your hard work in business. However, you also have to consider that running a business involves overhead expenses. The salaries, the rents, the insurance of your employees, the registration of your trade license and renewals every year, your marketing and admin expenses, and for purchasing and repairing equipment every year due to the wear and tear. So these are a lot of overhead expenses that cost a lot of money, and if you don't involve them in your financial planning, then you're in a lot of trouble. So this was our dilemma. We weighed our pros and we weighed our cons. Should we start our own business and lose those benefits, or should we go for it and harvest the rewards later? We prayed and we prayed and we prayed and we planned and we planned and we planned. So we planned to open a restaurant way back in 2009. I even took an entrepreneurial course from UP Open University because I really wanted to open my own business, but God's plan was not for us to open a business in 2009 because maybe we were not prepared for it. So we prayed, and in 2014, God gave us a sign that yes, it's time for us to take the lead. So my manager was very kind and considerate, and I learned so much from him. And when he quit, I said well, I think this is a really big sign that I will not be staying for long, because I had actually opportunities to join bigger brands, but because he was a very good manager, I did not quit even though I was tempted with a bigger salary, better benefit. So yes, it is true that a lot of employees quit their jobs because of their managers. And a lot of employees stay because their managers lead them well. And one of the biggest signs God gave us was that time we had this opportunity to cover this big event in Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa was newly opened that time. So they required us to have a trade license back then, but we couldn't provide one. And this event was worth 3 times of my salary. And it was a sign for me to quit my job because I am secured for at least a couple of months after quitting. So I finally quit my job in 2014 and registered the Melrose Studio as a legal entity. And we took an office in Business Bay. It was a small office, but it was a dream come true. So if you're facing the same dilemma of quitting your job and opening your business, or staying in your high-paying job, here's my advice for you. First, list the pros and cons. I'm sure you have the same pros and cons that I mentioned earlier. And of course, you're afraid to lose a high-paying, secure job because of the benefits. Next, read a lot of books on business. Try to back up your common sense with some business sense. It's always good to have a business know-how. You don't have to be a master's in business administration, or you don't have to have a PhD to open a business. Third advice is be ready for the sacrifices that you need to make. It's going to be hard for the first 5 years. You'll have sleepless nights. You will have no days off, no sick leaves. You will miss a lot of party with your friends because you will be working. And there are days you will be frustrated and stressed, and you should be ready for that. Be ready for that physically and emotionally and mentally, and build a strong support system who will encourage you and cheer you, especially on those days when you're feeling down and discouraged. Assess the risk and try to build enough capital for you to support yourself for the next 3 to 6 months. Especially if you have a family that relies on you, you need to be able to have at least 6 months of capital to support them, or you should have enough projects down your pipeline to support your personal and family expenses. So if you have always dreamed of opening up your own business and becoming rich, you don't have to be 100% ready, because if you're going to wait for the right time, you will never be ready. Sometimes you just have to do it. If you don't push yourself, no one else will do it for you. You're the only person that can change your life. If you have always wanted to start your own business and have always been afraid to do so because you're trying to make excuses like, I don't have time, I have no business knowledge, I don't have enough capital, I am not ready, I have news for you. You will never be ready till you tell yourself you're ready. And sometimes you don't have to be ready to do it. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and do it step by step. Because it's going to be hard, but it's the hard days that will be making you stronger. So yeah, that's my advice to those who are planning to start their own business and quitting their high-paying job. If I was able to do it, I know you can do it too. And if you like this video, hit the like button below, subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram and our Facebook page. I have shared all the links down below. And see you in my next video. Ciao!